Welcome along. It's week 4 of our knowledge share here on LinkedIn, all about being investor ready. And this week's theme is market. And today I'm going to talk about product market fit. So there are a few things that investors are looking for when it comes to product market fit. The first is that you've got a validated problem. So the problem really exists and you've proved that people care about that problem. You've got a validated solution. So it fixes that problem in a way that meets the needs of the people who had the problem in the first place. And you've got people who are actually willing to pay for that solution. Now, the people who pay might not be the people who use the solution. So for instance, if you look at the TubeMap app, everyone who goes in to use the app uses it for free, but they also leverage advertising through the app and they get money from the advertising. So their revenue model means that they can create product market fit because they've got big demand, a solution that works, and then people that will actually pay to make the app work as well. The next thing that investors care about is market size. Now, obviously they want to know what the total addressable market is because that gives them an idea of potentially how much return they could generate if you can sell to as many people as possible. But also what they want to know is what is going to be your initial niche of focus. Because as a startup, you won't be able to afford to target the whole of your market. You won't have enough people to cope with targeting the whole of your market. So it's much better to really niche in on a particular area and do that really well and then expand out from there. So I was talking to one of the co-founders of a great company a couple of weeks ago called Young Planet. And they've got an app that allows people to give things that their children no longer need onto other families, and so avoiding children's clothes and toys and what have you going into landfill. And what they did is they started with a really tight focus just in Hackney, very specific. They know that their addressable market is the whole of London, the whole of the UK, but they can't possibly target that to start with. So they started out with Hackney. They're doing really well. They got 7% of families in Hackney using the app already. And now they're starting to branch out, moving into the surrounding areas. So that's a really good example of understanding how big your market could be, but really focusing in on a small space to start with. The last thing investors want to know is how you fit in your market. How many other competitors there are, how big they are. They want to know why people love or hate those competitors, because that will determine whether they'll be happy to leave those competitors and come to you. In any market, there are two types of customer that you can tackle. There are the people that don't use any solution to the problem yet, so they're not with a competitor, and then there are the ones who are with a competitor, and you need to figure out ways to show that you can tackle both of those successfully. So that's our download for today on product market fit. I hope you found it useful. Tune in for the rest of the week. We've got some other good articles, tips, and another video coming up that hopefully you'll find really interesting.